And you can actually, once you get that pot going in the coiler, you run over, maybe start sorting crab, filling bait jars, and you're always paying attention to the sound you hear in that line. By the sound, you can tell what part of that pot is in the block at that point, and that way you can tell, you count those knots, and you know where to go to, or when it's time to move to another station. We're gonna keep these. Now, the first thing we do when we land this pot, we bring it down here and we set these dogs. Now, these dogs come on, they grab that pot, they secure it to that launcher, and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. That's the last thing we want, is this pot coming loose out of this thing with all the men working around it. Now, this is what we refer to as a double action launcher. First action is going to bring this pot up. Now we're going to slide that sorting table up underneath here. Man's going to be on each side of here, open up these door straps. The second action is going to bring this pot up on in. When it comes up on in, you're going to flop this door up. This crab we're going to dump out onto the table. You're going to be able to get to them, throwing on any females or shorts over the side. All the keepers, the ones we're going to get paid for, are going to go in the fish hole. Now this is a very bad spot, being out in front of this pot like you folks are. If we were actually out fishing, we're trusting this pot isn't going to come out of the launcher today, and I've seen it probably happen 100 times through my fishing career. That's why you don't get hanging out there. In one instance, when I was on the Maverick in 1993, we actually had a freelance photographer with us. She wanted to take some photos of us crab fishing. We were actually short-handed this trip, so she offered to come on deck, sort crab, fill bait jars, do whatever she could to help us out. Well, about day 7 of this crab trip, she was out in front here sorting crab, bent over, not looking up, pot came up on end. This dog on this side didn't engage properly. When this pot came up, it fell out of that launcher and smashed her onto that table. That was a pretty scary moment. 700 pounds falling on that little gal. She was only about 4'10". We assumed it might have even killed her. But what saved her life was actually that she was so tiny. She was able to fit right in between this center steel bar and this outside bar right here. Her body was pinned right in between there. We flopped